Hello, everybody, and welcome. Goshinkan Karate is an organization that started many decades ago, and today we have developed a series of lessons leading from white belt to black belt and beyond, so that you, the home viewer, can practice karate in your own homes, in your own private settings.
What really is your karate all about?
Well, Goshinkan Karate is a traditional karate, which means that we practice the physical, the mental, and the spiritual. Now, what is physical? Physical is the actual defense using the body. Mental is the mental disciplines that go with karate. It's about developing self control, and involved in all of that is the meditation. So we teach a lot of meditation so that people learn to control their minds. The spiritual aspects is not anything to do with religion, but more to develop the character. So our goal at Goshinkan Karate is to develop the human character, to develop goodness, to help people to build more goodness and kindness and tolerance and love in their own being. So this life, this human life, can become better. We see too many young people being misguided in this modern day and are distracted from things. So this karate will assist people to rethink many of the things that they do. So the spiritual development is about that, is about improving the human self. Goshinkan Karate works with 5 values. The first value is truth. Understanding truth at its deeper level. What is truth? So I will, in my series of lessons to the home viewer, you will learn what truth is at its highest level. The next value is love. Love is about connecting with people, connecting with family, connecting with everything around us. The third value is peace. How do we attain peace? What is real peace all about? Right conduct follows peace. Doing the right thing, doing your duty as a parent to your family, doing your duty as a child to your parents, doing your duty as a worker to your employee. So it's about duty. The final value is nonviolence. Nonviolence is about your total attitude to life. Nonviolence in terms of, don't have a violent attitude towards people, don't have a violent attitude towards nature. Use proper terminology when you talk to people. Try not to hurt people. So our goal is to develop these values in the human person, so this world can become a better place.
You talked a moment ago about non-violence being one of your values, but isn't karate in itself a form of violence?
I'll answer that. The karate started about 5,000 years ago. It has an amazing history. This art started in India. It traveled to China. It traveled to Okinawa, and from Okinawa to Japan. Throughout its journey, it was about developing oneself in terms of the spiritual nature. So nothing in the traditional forms has anything to do with violence. It's all about defending oneself in terms of when they get into situations where they can't, when they're going to be harmed. So karate can be used for that purpose. The teacher that I know, Gogun Sensei, has been very strong in terms of the art not being used for violent means.
Okay, I understand what you're saying about it being not violent and that it's about defending yourself, learning to defend yourself, conditioning. I'm a woman over 50. How difficult is all of this for me to learn?
Karate is designed to be easy. It's designed to be simple. Under proper instructions, you, the home viewer, will find it very simple to follow. There's nothing complex about this. People of any age can do this art. You will observe from the lessons how simple it is. There's nothing in karate that says that you have to rush anything, that you have to overexert yourself. It is practicing the art at your pace, at your pace. So people of any age can do. Those exercises that seem difficult and hard, don't do. My advice, don't proceed with that kind of action. But in terms of myself, I'm pretty close to 62 at the moment, and I do things with ease. It's probably because I've done it for a long time, one would say, but the body does age. The body does get older, and some things are strenuous. Of course, we have to use our own discretion, our own intellect. We understand our body better. So do the things that you can do. These lessons are designed so that you at home can do it. But if you find any of those things very difficult, please don't do it.
So I notice you have some warm-up exercises. How should I approach those, and how often should I do them?
I think warm-up exercises, it is very essential that you do it before every lesson. At the beginning of the class, we have warm-up. At the end of the class, we have cool-down. These are very essential. One has to do it at every lesson.
What about some of the exercises I can't do, like push-ups and sit-ups?
Okay. Now, there are ways and means of doing the exercise easier. So those exercises that you can't do, you can correspond with us through email that you have difficulty with some of the exercises, and I am prepared, any of the teachers are prepared to guide you to do easy exercises. For instance, when you do a push-up, it requires the body to be level, arms on the ground, feet together, and you do a full push-up till the chin reaches the ground, as close to the ground as possible. So we could do the very same exercises from the knee, and one doesn't have to do the exercise so that one goes right down to the ground. We can do it whatever suits us. So there are ways of streamlining the exercise so that people at home can do it easier. So the exercises that we share can accommodate any age, any person, any level. So all people can do it. All ages can do it. So we will design it to suit you. So speak to us through email, through Skype, whatever communication is possible. We are happy to share with you exercises that would be easy. As a matter of fact, we can even send you a clip that would suit you.
Okay, as an older woman, I have a lower back injury, and a lot of women my age do have weakened backs with osteoporosis and stuff. What kind of exercises would be recommended for me for warm-ups and cool-downs?
I think any exercise that doesn't affect your back is recommended that you do. But I also feel that one should contact their physician to find out the kind of exercises that would affect their back. And, I'm prepared to design something that would make it easy for you. However, it is always advisable that we need to be contacting the specialists in terms of people that understand the body much better, because I'm not an expert physician. I'm here to teach you the art. I'm here to teach you the warm-up. But of course, you have to consult the right people to find out what would suit you.
Okay, that's great. As an older woman, as a beginner, learning from your lessons, if I were to practice this 2 or 3 times a week, how long would it take me to reach the first level of coloured belts that I could reach in your club?
Okay, well, talking about color belts, the system of Goshinkan is you start as white. The next stage after 25 lessons, uh, 25 lessons is minimum, where you start to be competent with the basics. Uh, the next belt would be red, followed by yellow, then orange, then green, then blue, then purple, then brown, then black. Those are the levels. Those are the levels of karate. However, you are practicing at your own pleasure, your own time, so I can't really predict how long it's going to take you. However, from time to time, if you contact us and show us what you can do, we can then ascertain the kind of level you've reached.
Okay, I understand that what you're saying is going to take a lot of commitment and time and practice from me. But I've heard it said that working your way through the coloured belt is basically learning the techniques, but getting to the black belt, once you get there, it's when the hard work really begins. What does that mean?
Well, firstly, I'd like to say that we don't practice karate for belts. Belts is just an achievement. You've accomplished a certain syllabus, you know the technique, you get a grade. But grading is not important. This is about defense. It's about developing the physical defense. It's about developing the mental attitude. It's about developing your character. That is the main purpose of it all. The belts is just secondary. So your period of time in which you practice and become proficient in the art is the time that you choose. So arriving at a certain belt to me is not important. To me, it's what you aim to achieve out of this.
As a viewer, buying these from you and living on the other side of the country, is it possible at any point in the future for me to actually come to you and be graded for the level that I'm at? I know I can communicate and I can send you clips of it, but can I come to you and be graded somewhere down the line to see what I'm really at?
Absolutely. Our doors are open. You know, once you join the program and become part of us, then you're a student. You're a student of Goshinkan. Our doors are open. You're welcome to come to our dojo at any time to be tested on your abilities. Feel free. We would love to have you. So I would say when you're ready and you're willing to come, we're happy to have you.
Is it likely that some point down the line you might say once a year set up a time when various students could all come for a weekend and do that together?
Absolutely, we can do that as well. We can have a number of people come together. We will be having seminars and workshops, so people develop their abilities. We can have a yearly event or a 6 month event. It depends on the number of people that are interested in our programs.
So you talked about having seminars and possibly having some of us digital students coming in town. Um, a lot of places do things like tournaments and competitions, but I think I'm too old for that. I don't want to do that. What's all that about? Do you do that?
Well, Goshinkan Karate is committed not to do any competitions because we believe, and this is just our belief, and each to their own, each system to their own. I do not say to other people you shouldn't be doing competitions or you should do competitions. But my philosophy and my teaching and my relationship with my teacher, I've come to realize that competition in karate is something that we don't do. Our main objective is to develop the students so that they defend themselves. That is the prime goal. The second is about the mind, and third is about spiritual development. So we believe that people are affected by gain and loss. If people win tournaments, they are elated. If they lose, they're depressed. You can only have one winner. But to me, as student, all students are winners. The very fact that you're participating in an activity such as this, you are a winner because you are interested in developing yourself for the purposes it is designed for. And karate, from its journey, from its 5,000-year-old journey, is about that development. It's about the physical development for defense, the mental development for the mind so that we are disciplined, and for the spiritual development so that we develop love. So we can love people and love nature and love life itself. That's its practice.
So I don't actually have to compete against anybody else. I really only have to push myself against my own abilities and stretch myself a little bit, not to
Absolutely.
compete against anyone else.
Absolutely. You're a champion, the very fact that you're participating, and you compete with yourself in terms of your own development. You do it at your own pace, at your own leisure. This is what life is all about, isn't it? It's about taking away the pressure so that development takes place at its own pace.
So I can see where I wouldn't feel like a failure because I'm not competing against anyone else. Um, but I'm very, very interested as a woman who's got to be around town and coming home in the dark in really learning how to defend myself. I want to feel more confident defending myself if somebody were to attack me or try to take my bag or, to come at me. I can learn that through you. I can learn these techniques through you.
Absolutely. Goshin Khan has two types of training practices that you at home can view. It is the self-defense aspect as well as the karate practice. The self-defense aspect is simple ways, simple means of protecting yourself, developing an awareness. It's about examining situations, forcing yourself out of situations, and using light force to protect yourself. And this also leads on to aggressive, I wouldn't say aggressive, but hard, solid defense moves. Then the karate aspects is about real attacks, where the attacks are strong and powerful. So one could do both. One could do the self-defense aspect as well as the karate aspects. So you decide what is best for you. I would recommend both. I would recommend study both, learn both. Both are essential for your own development.
Okay, so if I understand you correctly, what you're saying is by studying both, um, the aggression and the defense, it would help me to anticipate how to protect myself if somebody was coming at me, anticipate what they're going to do.
Absolutely. The lessons are designed so that we teach that awareness.
Perfect.
It's about knowing what's going to happen or examining the situation to see what's around you. For instance, I'll give you a simple example of defense that we need to be thinking about. When you are a driver and you go to your car to get into your car to go to a place, how many people look at the back seat of the car to see if anybody's in there? So these are the tiny precautions that we take in life. We look before we leap, as they say. Be aware of the situation. Look around us to see if we can avoid situations, examine situations. People, there's a deterioration today. Populations are growing in masses, so that means people that are doing incorrect things are greater in number. So I would say, even myself as a karate person, I also examine. I've done this art for a long time. I'm pretty confident about myself to a degree, but we have to be aware. We have to be aware, look around. I do a thing called scanning, where my eyes are moving from side to side, watching and observing, being alert. That's what it's about. I would say the meditation in Goshinkan karate that we teach, and I could actually teach one-to-one basis if you need any help with the meditation. This meditation helps you to become more aware of yourself, more aware of the surroundings and the situation in which you are.
If I learn this through your digital dojo, Do I need to buy the suit? I noticed you're wearing one. And if I do, would I need to have that if I were to come to a seminar twice a year with you in Sydney?
Well, Goshinkan is a traditional karate organization that requires students to wear uniforms. But I say to you, you don't need a uniform if you're practicing in your own home. You can wear a tracksuit, you can wear something loose so that you're comfortable. Of course, when you're moving up from one grade to the next and you need to be examined, I would say that you require a suit. Uh, it's a white gi, as you can see, the one I'm wearing, and it comes with a white belt and a pants, of course. So we could use that for practice. I would suggest, and I really don't want you to go to any expenses. Wear a suit to look the part. You, you're a student of our organization now that you've joined and are doing the lessons. So look the part, follow the lessons. It will make you feel comfortable in your practice.
Okay, well, I only have one more question, and it's only semi-serious, but there's a fly bothering me here, and I watch Karate Kid. Can you catch him with chopsticks?
Oh,
Okay, I'll
it's
let him do
about
it.
movie magic. I think I haven't tried it as yet. Uh, I think these are not essential part of karate. I think if you can catch a bad person doing something incorrectly, I think that's more important than catching a fly with a chopstick.